Today's video will show you what I did to rescue an old antique table and a few dining room chairs, and I combined them into a shabby chic set for the home that we just moved into. Now, I've always loved dining room chairs, especially the ones that have very ornate legs or turning on the legs, and the same for tables if it has turned legs or ornate features. Those just call my name at thrift stores or estate sales. So that's how I came about getting these pieces. This table, as you can see, lots of water damage. There was some green paint on it. Some of the wood is missing on the turned circular pieces underneath, and it was just really in bad shape. The first thing I did was to remove the tabletop from the legs so that I could do the repairs that it needed. And I gave the whole piece, top and legs and framework, a couple of coats of shellac. So that will prevent any oils or tannins in the wood from bleeding through and showing up in the paint. When I'm working on pieces like this, I really do enjoy seeing the workmanship and thinking about what the furniture maker thought of, or how he worked making these pieces. And it's just very interesting to me to see this workmanship. And so I really enjoy salvaging these pieces and finding the pieces that I can replace where they've cracked and broken off, like some of these round areas do. They get bumped or over time, and then just exposure to water, or sometimes that and dryness from the heat inside the house will cause these pieces to split. So a lot of these I was able to glue back or close the gaps up and put clamps on them, and salvage the look of these legs this way. I gave this a good day to dry, and after I was sure that everything was secure, I removed the clamps, did a little sanding on the piece, filled some of the holes in the tabletop or some of the damaged areas, because there were quite a few places that were damaged, especially along the edges of the table leaves that expand the table. Those pieces did have some chips of wood missing or gouges in the wood. And I do have links below in the description for these supplies. I used just standard painting supplies for this. A lot of it I got on Amazon or at my local hardware store. These two sponge sanders are just so easy to use. They're easy to grip, and your fingers are not coming into contact with the sandpaper, so it really protects your hands. Now, the first coat always looks terrible, but I'm starting with the second coat here. Most of the time, my kitty waited until the paint was dry before he decided to take his nap. These first pictures of me working on the table were taken in the house we moved from. This table definitely did not fit in the log cabin, but will fit in the bigger eating area in the new place. So remember I said that most of the time my kitty waited until the paint was dry before he hopped on the table. Well, this is one of those times he didn't realize the paint was still wet. So I got his little signature on the wet paint, And then he proceeded to walk across the parquet floor and leave his little footprints. During the time I was waiting for things to dry, working on the table, I did get started on the chairs. And as you can see, they too are very old. They were not part of the set of chairs that came with the table, but very old, very good quality leather, but just very old. So there were lots of cracks in the leather, and I kind of thought about painting the leather, at least trying that, but I decided that was probably not a good idea for the places that would get the most wear. It seemed like there were a million of these huge tacks holding the leather on the chair, and I'm sure they were beautiful when they were new and a really nice color. I tried painting them silver to see if I could kind of salvage what was there if I was going to paint the leather, but in the end I just decided those tacks needed to come off. Easier said than done. A lot of them broke, the heads broke off the tacks, and I ended up having to pull those out with pliers. My next step was to paint the back of these chairs, and I'll show you what the finished chair looked like so you can figure out what I'm doing here. After looking at these chairs and thinking about covering and making the piping, I decided the easiest thing for the back would be to just leave the leather on the back and paint the leather. So that's what I did. I used about 2 or 3 coats of paint on the leather, just on the back side of the chair. And then I reupholstered the remaining front side of the upper chair and then the seat. I hope that makes sense. I did not video any of the chair upholstery, or I did not take pictures of the process. I will do that in another video and show how you can recover a chair, a simple chair, and make your own piping for the edges. It's really easier than you'd think, and just makes it look so much better. And moving day finally got here. We were very happy to see all of our belongings finally get moved to the new place. And I'm working on putting a video together of the new place, not brand new, but new to us, showing you just kind of a quick tour of the empty home, and then what I'm doing, the projects I'm working on to make it look like us. And I will also link another video at the end of this, a video I've made in the past that I think you'll enjoy, as well as a link in the description to a very inspirational, motivational video that I think will bring you some comfort. It's not like any Christian motivational video you've ever watched. I encourage you to watch that and let me know what you think. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. May God bless you and keep you until then.